video, we will learn how to multiply and divide decimals. We can give the title as Multiplication and Division of Decimals. So first, multiplication. So when we have to multiply two decimal, for example, 1.2 into 0.4. So you just multiply these two numbers without considering the decimal. That means simply multiply 12 into 4. And 12 into 4 is 48. Now count how many decimal place total are there. Here one decimal place, here also one decimal place. So total 2 decimal places are there. So in the product, we should have 2 decimal places. That means after the decimal place, there must be 2 digits. So here we have to put the decimal. So the answer is 0.48. Now the same numbers when the decimal places changes. Next, 0.12 into 0.4. So products remains the same 48 only. But decimal places will change. Now here 1 decimal place, here 2 decimal place. So total 3 decimal place should be there in the product. So after the decimal point, 3 digits should be there. We have only 2 digits here. So I have to put 1 0 here. So the answer will be 0.048. Now, if it is 1.2 into 400. So 12 into 4, 48 only. Now, here 1 decimal place there. And here 12 into 400 is what? 12 into 4, 48. Then these 2 0, 4,800. Now the decimal. Here 1 decimal place here. And we have 2 zeros here. So 1 decimal place will cancel 1 0. 1 decimal place. That means after the decimal, we must have 1 digit. So where will the decimal come? Here will come. So the answer is 480. Or you can think it in another way. 1 decimal will cancel 1 0 here. So it will be 480. So this is the method we have to multiply. Now, more than 2 decimals comes. How to multiply? 0.2 into 0.01 into 0.003. So let us first multiply 2 into 1 into 3. 2 into 1 into 3 is what? 6. So 6. Now how many decimal place must have? Count. Here 1 decimal place. Here 2 decimal place. Here 3 decimal places. So total 1 plus 2 plus 3. 6 decimal places are there. Total 6 decimal places. So here only 1 digit we have. So how many zeros we have to add in front? 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after the decimal, we must have 6 digits. Here. So this is how we will multiply decimals. Now, multiplying a decimal with a 10, 100, 1000 and all, very simple. Example, suppose 1.2 into 10. So, 1 decimal, 1 0. 1 decimal will cancel 1 0. So, decimal will go, it will become simply 12. Now, 1.2 into 100. So, 1 decimal will cancel 1 0 here. So, 12 into 10, 120 it will become. Now, 1.2 into 1000. So, 1 decimal will cancel 1 0. So, 1200 will come. Now, if it is 0.12 into 10. So, here only 1 0. 1 0 can cancel only 1 decimal. But here 2 decimals are there. So what will happen? 1 decimal place will get cancelled and 1 decimal place remain. That means this will move 1 step here. So it will become 1.2. 1 decimal remains. If it is 0.012 into 10. So 1 decimal can cancel 1 0, 1 0, 1 decimal. So 2 decimal will remain. So it will become 0.12. If it is 0.12 into 1000. So 2 decimal place, 2 zeros cancels. So it will become 120. This is how we will multiply decimals. Next, we will discuss division of decimals. 2.4 divided by 2. A numerator decimal, denominator not a decimal. So, what we will do is, denominator also should be decimal, like decimal. We have to make numerator and denominator like decimal. But here, denominator is a whole number. When denominator is a whole number, you can simply divide 24 divided by 2. 1 2s are 2, 4, 2. So 12 you are getting. And as in the numerator there is 1 decimal place, the answer also will have 1 decimal place. It will become 1.2. But suppose this question, 0.24 divided by 2. So it will become 0.12. Now, when numerator whole number and denominator is a decimal, 24 divided by 0.2. Then what to do? Then it is not 1.2 because denominator is 0.2. How will you divide a whole number by a decimal? Let us see. What we will do is, when we have to divide by a decimal, first let us make the numerator and denominator like decimal. Like decimal. What do you mean by like decimal? Same number of decimal places. So denominator we have one decimal place. Numerator no decimal. It's a whole number. So to make it like decimal, let us simply put a dot decimal and put a 0 because this 0 doesn't have any value. So 24 is same as if you write it 24.0, 24.00, 24.000, all are same as 24 only. Okay, so we can write it as 24.0. So the numerator and denominator are like decimals now. So we can write the numbers without the decimal, or we can cancel the decimals. So numerator will become 240, denominator will become 2. Now 240 by 2 you can divide, no? 120 you will get. Another example. Suppose it is 24 divided by 0.02. So denominator 2 decimal. So we have to make the numerator like decimal. I will put 0.00. So I can write this as 2400 by 2. So the answer will be 1200. Now let us see if both the numerator and denominator both are decimals. What to do? 2.4 by 0.2. Both the numerator and denominator like decimal now. Both have one decimal place. So simply you can write it as 24 by 2, which is 12. Now if it is 0.24 by 0.2. Now numerator has 2 decimal place. Denominator has only 1 decimal place. So we have to make it like decimal. So denominator I have to add 1 0 here. Now both the numerator and denominator are like decimals. So I can write it as 24 by 20. 24 by 20, how you will divide? No need to divide by 20. You can write it as 24 by 2 into 10. Separate that 10 from that and divide this. 24 by 2 is 12, no? So 12 divided by 10. Dividing by 10 means what will happen? 1 0 there. So numerator will have 1 decimal place. So this is 1.2. Now, if it is numerator more decimal place comes, what will happen? 0.024 divided by 0.2. So to make like decimals, add 2 zeros here. Now you can write this as 24 by 200. Now write it as 24 by 2 into 100. 24 by 2 is what? 12. 12 by 100. 2 zeros in the denominator. So there must be 2 decimal in the numerator. So it will become 0.12. Another example. 2.4 divided by 0.002. So numerator, I have to add 20 to make it like decimal. So it will become 2400 by 2, which is equal to 1200. So in all these examples, we are getting the answer as whole number because it is divisible by 2. What will happen if it is not divisible by 2? or the answer, the divisor is not fully divisible, what will happen? For example, 0.5 divided by 0.4. They are like decimal now. I can write it as 5/4. Then what to do? How will you write as decimal? Divide, long division. 1 4s are 4. Remainder 1. Now add 1 0 here. Put a decimal point there. Now 2 4s are 8. Remainder 2. Again add 0. 5 here. 5 4s are 20. So we got the answer as 1.25. Now, suppose the same question, 0.5 divided by 0.04. So first make it like decimal, add 1 0 here. So this will become 50 divided by 4. So let us divide 50 divided by 4. 1 4s are 4, 10, 2 4s are 8, 20, put the point, 12.5, we will get the answer. Another example, suppose 0.17 divided by 3. So, numerator is a decimal, denominator not decimal. So, make like decimal, I can put 0, 0. So, this has become 17 by 300. So, write it as 17 by 3 into 100. Now, divide 17 by 3. 5 3s are 15, 2, 20, put the decimal. 6 3s are 18. Again, you will get the same 2. Again, 6. Again, 2. So, it will continue like that. 5.666, it will continue like that. It's a repeating decimal. So, let us take the first 2 digits only. So, what we got the answer is equal to 5.66 divided by this 100. So, what to do? Numerator already decimal. Denominator 100, 2 zeros. So, 2 decimal place in the numerator, it has to go left. Already a decimal. So, 2 more decimal place, it has to go left. So, it will become 0.002 decimal place, no, so 0.566, or you can think it in another way. Here 2 decimal places are there. Here 2 zeros are there. So 2 plus 2, total 4 decimal place should be in the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 decimal places are there. So hope you got some idea how to multiply and divide decimal. Now you need to do more practice on this. Okay. Thank you.